Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guide. This is episode number 19 of the first person shooter series, and this is a really interesting video because in today's video we are going to add more weapons to our game. So if I go under my sci-fi weapons folder and the base pack, and then you can see we have basically got 4 weapons here, and from these 4 what I have done is we have got the pistol implemented and the rifle implemented, and now it's time to implement the heavy weapon and the sniper rifle. So for this, an easy way to do it might be to just go under prefabs and weapons and then just duplicate rifle and then duplicate it again and then name this heavy and rename this to sniper. Alright, and then we are going to open up the heavy one, and then we are going to delete this rifle here and go under so let me go under scenes and oh come on, where is it? Okay, there's nothing to see actually. Okay, that's good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under sci-fi weapons slash base pack and then heavy, and then I'm going to drag this in here, and that's pretty awesome. And then make sure that you go under the materials, and I'm going to select this material, and then I'm going to just okay, that's pretty good. Now we have got enough intensity for the glow, and you can see that this looks awesome. And you know, I'm going to select the muzzle flash point, and I'm going to go to the right view, and then I'm going to make sure that it is at the correct position, and you can do this kind of view by pressing this button up there. By the way, this is perfect almost, and yeah, that's pretty awesome. And now what we need to do is we have got this done, so let's try to now the next thing we want to do is we want to add it to our player. So let's just go under our player script and open that up. So just open up our player script, and it should open up Visual Studio, and that shouldn't take that long. And by the way, well, let's go in here and let's just try to change this that we have got here. We have got like 2 weapons, and just add like another weapon here and rename that to heavy, and then go here and say key code dot oh come on key code dot alpha 3. Alright, that's good. And what we want to do now is we want to, when we are doing this, we want to add yet another value to the weapons thing, and this is going to be our heavy weapon, and that's awesome. And this actually is going to work. So yeah, let's go under Unity and let it compile. And by the way, now we have got, now if we spawn this heavy weapon, it is going to spawn, and then we are going to just have everything working with our current weapon system that we have got. So just go under Unity, it's still compiling, and once it has compiled, what you need to do now is you need to just go under prefabs and open up weapons. Then I'm going to select my player and move this heavy weapon into this. Now let's try to hit play, go to game view and hit play, and let's see how well that goes, and let's see if actually the weapon starts to appear. So as soon as the game starts, we should have the pistol, and yeah, that's nice. And I can switch to this weapon, and you can see I can shoot, and I can also switch to the heavy weapon. And even though that does work, I think we need to change it a little bit. It's a bit large, and it's also not placed correctly. I would also like to change the placement of this rifle here as well, because it's a bit placed way too back. So you can just go ahead and do some changes, like open up rifle first of all, and I'm going to just select the rifle, and then just what's the matter here, just move it a little bit forward, and then I'm going to open up, not that much, maybe just a little bit. Okay, open up heavy weapon as well, and then move that a little bit forward and a little bit lower, and then select its size and change it to a little smaller, and that should be all we need. So let's see if that actually works now. Alright, so now if I go under here and sorry for that, and if I hit play, what you should see is that we have got our weapons placed in quite nice way. Now of course you might have other weapons, different models or something, just change the placing around until it looks good enough. This is this and this is that. Okay, and you can see that our bloom effect looks totally awesome as well. Now of course I would like to change the actual properties of the weapon, so I'm going to select the heavy weapon, and I'm going to change the screw delay to 0.5, and then let's just go under and let's change the damage to something higher like 50, and then change the shoot delay to something like 0.65, and or 0.5 is enough, let's say 0.45, and then let's select the sniper weapon. Let's set this to be 0.4, and let's let its damage to be 30, and that is awesome. But of course for this we need to change the model as well, so let's delete the rifle, go under, by the way the rifle had a size of 1 but I think that a sniper weapon will need a different size, and by the way just go in here and make sure that you add another one here, this being sniper. Now even though there is a better way that we could have done this, but we have got a few weapons, it doesn't really matter that much. So let's go in here, go ahead and duplicate that into a separate weapon called sniper, and let's go under Unity now, and this should work. So now I'll just let it compile. We could have added an array, and that way we wouldn't have to do anything in the script, and we could just change it in the inspector. But well, it's really much alright. I mean, we don't have a lot of weapons anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Go under base pack and then sniper, and then drag the sniper weapon inside of here, then move it a little forward because I think we'll need that. And let's just go ahead and try to come on, let me select the player and go in here and add the sniper weapon in here. So go select the player, just go under weapons and assets. We have got nothing here, we'll have to choose it manually for some reason, I don't know why it doesn't work, but anyway just select it and add the sniper weapon in here as well. Make sure that you apply all of the overrides, and let's try to see if that allows us to change to all of the weapons. Now of course the problem here is that we should have some weapons locked and some unlocked, so yeah, we need to make that work. And oh, you can't actually make that work because currently we have got a little bit of a problem in our script here. We need to make sure that we have added another alpha 4 here as well, and this should actually work. So as you can see, I can switch to the second, third and fourth weapon. Even though the fourth weapon doesn't actually look that good, I think we need to reduce the size a bit, but you can do that yourself, you know, but the basic idea is working. Now of course currently we can access all of these weapons, while in reality we want some of these weapons to be locked. So yeah, how are we supposed to implement that? Now in here, while I'm doing this, I'm thinking that we actually can use that better way that we were planning by adding here in a called weapons list. I'm going to add a private weapon array here called weapons list instead of having all of these, and then we are going to add in a for each loop here, and of course we don't need all of that, we've got this already, and we are going to name this to weapon, and for the collection we are going to have our weapons list, list, and for we are going to say for our weapon in weapons list we are going to just add it to our weapons actual list that we have got that holds the spawn weapons, while this is just the weapon prefab. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. And now what we need is we can change this from a weapon mere list of weapons to by having a struct called something like let's just call it like game weapon. I don't know what else to call it. We are going to have a let's just call it a weapon here called, oh come on, for some reason IntelliSense is not working today. Weapon here called weapon, and a bool here called unlocked. And we are going to have this struct, and I'm going to actually take this struct and move it to the top of the of this here, and yeah, like that there, and that's pretty awesome. And then we have got it like here, and in here we are going to have a list of game weapons. Now the idea is that we will have this list of game weapons as well instead of normal weapons, and when we want to switch, instead of switching it like that, we are going to check weapon dot well, we will have to say weapon dot weapon because this is exactly what we need to do. And because now we have got a struct here, and then weapon we have to say weapons I dot weapon, and then we are going to have to say weapon dot game object dot set active to true. But also one more thing we are going to do is we are going to only do this, we are going to and our I less than weapons dot count, we are checking that if those conditions are satisfied, then we are going to check if our weapons I dot unlocked. So if the weapon is unlocked, only then we are going to switch the weapon, else we are not even going to switch. So let's see if that gives us any errors at all, or whether it works. Okay. That's surprising. We need to make sure that both of these are public. Okay, let's go in here, and this is going to work. Okay, now we've got this here problem. Okay, instantiate game weapon, and let's go in here, and hopefully this is going to work, because there is no boxing. We are going to instantiate t transform. Wow, that's awesome. For some reason this is not exactly working. Why type? Okay, let's change it to a class instead of a struct, because who uses structs? And let's do that, and hopefully this should okay, a new list of game weapon. Alright, let's see if that causes now it is causing a little bit of a problem here. Let's just instantiate it from the weapon, and let's go ahead and say something like new game weapon here, and we are going to do this, and then we are going to say weapon dot unlocked, and in here we are going to say weapon dot weapon, and of course then we will need to create a constructor here. So just go ahead and say constructor. And I wonder if there are any refactoring tools available. Okay, and that's awesome. And then we are going to go here and say generate. Okay, let's go here and let's say okay, that causes a weapon and a bool called unlocked, and then we are going to say this dot unlocked is equal to that unlocked, and this should cause all of the errors to go away, and hopefully this will cause it to actually work a little bit. Of course, there is one problem, that this class needs to be serializable. Just say system.serializable. If you do not do that, then it will not be visible in the inspector. So let's see if that works. So in here you can see that I have got all of the elements here filled out. I have made the pistol and the rifle unlocked, and the rest are not unlocked, and let's see if that works, and hopefully this will. So yeah, let's check that out, and you can see that once the game actually starts, we should have our pistol, and I can switch to my pistol, I can switch to the rifle, and I can also switch to the other weapons. For some reason this is not working exactly. Let's see. Go here in the switch weapon function. We are also checking okay, and our okay, if weapon is not equal to null and I is great, and our weapon is unlocked, then we are going to return. So if our weapon happens to be unlocked, then we are returning. So that's not something that we want. If our weapon not unlocked, or actually we need to add an or condition here, I guess. Yeah, no, we don't. Actually, I'm going to put this as a separate thing. We are going to just set here again, if our weapon I dot unlocked dot not unlocked, we want to check if it is not unlocked, and if that is the case, then we want to return. Okay, let's try that out, and this is actually going to hopefully work, and I'm not quite sure what will happen, but let's see. Okay, the reference script is missing. We need to restart the game. Okay, so just restart the game, and this will actually work, and of course you can see how beautiful our cube looks with the bloom effect. And now what you should see is that everything is working, and 1, 2, and I cannot switch to 3 and 4, but I can switch to 1 and 2, and because these are not unlocked. If I were to unlock this, then it won't work, because we have already have our variables in the correct position. Then we cannot change them from here now. But well, now in the next video we will try to add some better things here by adding a system for like a system for actually having pickups of the gun, so that we can pick them up. So that would be very awesome. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, and bye.